All right, all right. Wait for some people to tap in. So y'all tell me what y'all think. You can definitely chime in. You ain't gotta sit there. Let me know what y'all think about Donald Trump being convicted on all counts. Like this man didn't get convicted on one count, two counts. They didn't have the jury did. It's not like the jury felt like, well, we don't have enough evidence on this or this or this or you know what I'm saying. They convicted this man on all four counts. You got think about that. All four counts they convicted this man on. Not a single thing did they say to themselves as a jury, no, well, maybe he didn't do that. That man did that. I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand and come to a realization that that man did that. He did exactly what they say he did. Point blank, point blank, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did exactly what. Let me make this public, and then we're gonna get started here. Save that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if you're just tapping in to my live, let me make sure my microphone is on. I'm sitting here trying to get like this. It's like nowadays so much stuff breaking. There we go. Nowadays, is so much stuff breaking that you literally, as a podcaster, have to be ready on the drop of a dime with this breaking news. You got to be ready. You got to be ready to go. You got to have everything together. Your laptop together. You got to have your camera together. You have got nowadays to have everything together and ready to go live at any given moment because it's so much shit happening in this world. You talked about Cat Williams. Cat Williams talked about stuff just about to hit the fan with people. And we see that. We see artists, we see stars, all the type of people like you said that, you know, we always felt in my lifetime like they protected, like ain't nothing gonna happen to them because they too big. And that's what I'm saying. It's like people who you felt like are too big are the ones that's getting hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what is like, I guess it's Hollywood. What Cat Williams said, like Hollywood. You know, because Cat Williams is not necessarily a rapper. So his thing, he wasn't talking about, let me put some lotion on. He wasn't talking about a rapper and this is what's going to happen to a rapper. This is that P. Diddy happened to be in the music industry. This is my lotion, y'all. It smells so good. I'm finna have some on TikTok shop. So, just putting it on. It smells so good. Make your hands look good. It's soft. I just got done swimming, so that's why I was rusted up. But this definitely had brought me back to life. So make sure y'all cop up some of this lotion, especially it's getting hot outside. We need to be, look at that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get some of this lotion. It's really good stuff. Makes your hands soft. I wish I would have did a commercial, but I guess this is going to be part of my commercial. Anyway, going back to what I said, and you can put it on your face too. So it's totally safe, and it smells so good. It had me smelling good. So that's good stuff. We got that, and we got the beard oil. Look at that. Look how looks like my face looking now. Now we're ready. But as I was saying before, and I'm gonna kind of venture off to something. You got to be ready nowadays. You have to be ready in order to be a podcaster these days because it's so much stuff going on. You got to be ready at the drop of a dime. Now back to what Cat Williams said, bro. He wasn't talking about just rappers. When Cat Williams said what he said, hey, what's up? How you feeling? How you doing out there? When Cat Williams said what he said, it wasn't just about rappers. It was about the entertainment industry in general. And Donald Trump is part of the entertainment industry. The thing with Donald J. Trump is he ventured into politics. But he's always been an entertainer. Donald Trump is like a star. That's why Like when I hear him talking about how many people he have compared to how many people Joe Biden had in the crowd, it's because you're a star. You were on TV. And people are infatuated with people who were on TV. So you're kind of comparing apples to oranges. Joe Biden is a politician. You know, he's more popular now because he's president. But you can't compare a politician with a superstar. Like, people grew up watching Apprentice. So, the star of Apprentice is going to be in my town. I'm going to go see him. You know what I'm saying? So, Ronald Reagan did the same thing. Ronald Reagan was a star. He was a movie star. So when he decided to become president, it just, for people, it just made sense. I grew up watching Ronald Reagan and stuff like that. So I'm going to listen to Ronald Reagan, and I'm going to believe in Ronald Reagan, and I'm going to Ronald Reagan, because they seen him on the TV screen. So it's a different level. You know what I'm saying? That you're talking about. People are coming to see you because you're a star. And you're Hollywood. But going back to what Cat Williams said, this is what he was talking about. Cat Williams was talking about the Hollywood entertainment industry shit is about to hit the fan. And that's what's happening. Shit is hitting the fan. Like, hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are starting to go down that ideally you wouldn't think they would go down. They bulletproof. This is Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It started off with like Jeffrey Epstein and things like that. Then from Jeffrey Epstein, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? One of our biggest stars of all time. And let me ask y'all something. Out of all the stars that are going down, what do they have in common? Younger females. Now, Trump's never really been put on display, but he hung with Jeffrey Epstein. He's always dealt with younger females, never females' age. He always dealt with younger females in public. But with Jeffrey Epstein was known for dealing with younger females. So I think I'm not speculating, but if you think about what Cat Williams saying, like Cat Williams, how can you be so sure that shit is about to go down? How can you be so sure shit is about to hit the fan? He has to know something. He has to know something big is about to happen that people ain't really gonna fuck with, people ain't really gonna agree with. He has to know that. Now, what's that lady named? Jaguar Wright. She talks about how P. Diddy and Jay-Z had a pedophile ring. And so much so how they brought Rihanna out young. They brought Rihanna from wherever she's from a different, over to America. Like, they saying what happened, what took place between them bringing her over here. She was basically trafficked over here. And then made into a star. So you got to take a look at this, man. Aaliyah, R. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was young, like real young. He married her when she was real young. You know what I'm saying? So there's something going on there. Like you can't turn a blind eye to Hollywood. You can't. Something is going on there in Hollywood to where you got to be like, yo, we got to wake the fuck up. We got to stop looking at people from Hollywood as all high and mighty, because people have been telling us for years that Hollywood is the most devilish place it can be. People have been telling us that for years. You got stars, child stars, who talk about how they was messed with. You know what I'm saying? On their way to the top. What's one of my favorite stars? There's two guys. And they used to always be in them movies. They was in that Dracula movie I used to like. And I think only one of them lived. The other one committed suicide. And that's what he's going around saying now, is that people mess with him and his other co-star on the way up. So Hollywood ain't right, y'all. Hollywood, they got islands, they got money. Like, they do shit that the average person, everyday person, ain't equipped to. So it just blows our mind. Nah, they can't do that. They can't do. But when you got money and you're able to move any type of way you want to move, then you're not really worried about breaking the rules. You just do what you do. And if this is what I want to do, it's what I want to do. If I want to have somebody killed, I can do that. It might be a little dicey at times, but I got people that I can go to make that shit happen if it really needs to happen. That's how people with money, even like drug dealers, people at the top with drug dealers, they'll make some shit like that happen just because they got extra money that a lot of us don't have. So imagine having 10 times that, because you're a Hollywood star, you get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars on a movie set. Just look at P. Diddy, how P. Diddy act. Don't nobody you know gonna act like P. Diddy. Why? Because P. Diddy got money like ain't nobody we know. And he feel like I can eat caviar and plus I can do other shit. I can beat women because ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? There is no instruction book on how to be a billionaire. There is no instruction book on this is how you're supposed to act. The world is given to you. People are telling you yes every day. Yes this, yes that. Yes, just a moment. I'll get that for you. I got that for you. So you got power. And like what Spider-Man said, going back to the Spider-Man movie, with great power comes great responsibility. They have power, but they don't have no responsibility. They got the power, the money and the power. But the responsibility is a second to that. They're not worried about having the responsibility. I got the power. Fam? What responsibility? Who are you talking about being responsible for? Who? Responsible for who? I got the power. I got the money. I can make shit happen. I can make shit move. And when you can make shit happen and make shit move, you're not necessarily worried about the responsibility all of the time. Most of the time. Because ain't nobody there to check you. How are you going to be responsible if nobody there to check you? It takes a great man to check himself. Everybody can't check themselves. Oh man, you know what? I'm really fucking up. Especially if you got money. Because you got money in your mind, you're not fucking up. You must be doing something right because I got things that people don't have. So I must be doing something right. Everybody else doing some wrong shit because you ain't got the money that I got. Why you broke? I'm paid. I'm beating bitches up, but I'm paid. You a gentleman, you broke. So what is logical in your mind? What's the logical way? The logical way is the fact that I got money. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do because it got me to this point. So it must be right. And that's how some of these men think. Donald Trump, for years, they never had to answer to nobody. Nobody. Donald Trump got what he wanted. And especially a white man. A white man with money. Said end Trump's reign of hate. And that's one thing that I don't know if, like Donald Trump, and he's so big, he don't understand that every average day black person, well, in my age, who know him, who looked at what he did, feel like he's a straight up racist. I don't know if he knows that. But I don't know if he cares about that. You know what I'm saying? I think he's so big now that he don't really care about that. Y'all be cool with these comments because a lot of comments they ain't not gonna let in. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to understand, he's not really concerned about people like at my level, how we feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not a concern to him. The votes don't really matter. Yeah, if you want to vote for me, if you don't, cool. I really don't need your votes. That's kind of how he feels because he has cornered a certain part of America to where they feel victimized. How? I don't know. Like, if anything, I should feel victimized because of what happened to our people and how we're held back. I should feel victimized, but and I see it every day. There's a certain part of America that feels victimized, like they're not getting everything that they're supposed to. And that's why I'm saying, what all do y'all want? They feel like they're not getting everything that is supposed to be theirs. They feel almost entitled. That's mine. America is mine. You're taking away things that are mine. And that's just not sitting right with them. You're taking away jobs that is mine. Supposed to be for my kids. I don't understand how you can feel like these jobs are for you and your kids and nobody else should have these jobs. I don't really understand that. But there's people who feel like that. Absolutely. There's absolutely people who feel like certain things in America should be just reserved for white people. And the fact that black people, especially Latinos are coming up so fast because they're doing the work. They used to have to do like poor man's work, like with picking apples and oranges and shit like that. So they really got a reputation, but they continued on with that until they got to doing roofs, doing siding. And if you know anything about housing, there's money in doing roofs and siding. There's money in home repair. I met a Mexican dude who do bathrooms. So now they're getting off roofs and they're starting to do bathrooms. They're starting to do floors. This is money, and these are jobs that they can start their own business with, and they don't have to have nobody else. Just be good at what they do. I met a Mexican who remodels homes, bathrooms. Then the plumber used to come in. He used to hire a plumber to come in and do the plumbing. He sat and watched him, and now he learned how to do the plumbing. So now he comes in and do the plumbing for you, and he do the bathroom for you. He doubled his money. Like, the average white person is not going to do that. They're going to do one thing or another. The average black person may only do a portion of those things. Or one or two. This man comes in and does everything himself. So instead of getting paid $3,000 to do your bathroom, he getting paid $6,000-$7,000. Because he don't need to call nobody else. He don't need to go to nobody else. He didn't go to school. He just sat back and watched the person who did it. He said in his mind, he's like, I'm going to watch you do what you do, and then I'm going to learn your skill. He used to call a white man to do the plumbing. He said, I'm going to watch you, and when that white man started getting sick and stuff, giving him jobs, then he started commissioning those jobs. So if you just tapped in, just so you know that our ex-president Donald J. Trump has been convicted of a felony, all counts. So I think it's like 36. It's like 36 felonies, 36 convictions. He convicted on all 36 of them. Like, and I'm not sitting here saying yay or none of that. I'm just letting y'all know, just straight out. This is what it is, straight out. I'm not rooting for it. I'm just telling you straight out. He was convicted, guilty. So we're going to watch this little video, and I want y'all to check this out. Donald J. Trump has been convicted on all counts. This is crazy, y'all. This is groundbreaking news. We're going to watch this little video. Here we go.
Paris.
And I'm Heidi Alaga. New York jurors have decided on the guilt or innocence of former President Donald Trump.
Trump guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his hush money trial. Former President Trump returning to Trump Tower this evening as the first former U.S. president to be convicted of felony crimes. Crowds gathering outside the Manhattan courthouse, some erupting when the verdict was announced.
KGUN 9 wanted to hear what both parties think of the Trump verdict here in Tucson. Craig Smith was in Midtown to hear reaction from the leader of the Pima County Democratic Party.
Well, you know, in a country with such deep political divisions, it's really no surprise that members of both parties have very different views on the verdict. Pima County Democratic Chair Eric Robbins says he became active in politics after Trump was elected 8 years ago. He sees the verdict as valid and not based on politics. What do you say to the folks out there who are going to say, no, that wasn't apolitical? They regard it as a political prosecution.
In my conversations, the people who've maintained that this isn't political are themselves deeply compromised by the poison that Donald Trump frankly represents from the top of what used to be the GOP and has now become really just a contingent of MAGA extremists.
Now, Robbins says he thinks the verdict will make moderates and people on the fence look at Trump differently. He says local Democrats will focus less on Trump and more on getting Joe Biden elected.
All right, Craig, thank you so much. Well, Republicans reacting strongly to the verdict across southern Arizona.
Yeah, for more on that, let's go live now to KGUN 9's Ryan Fish in Marana this evening. Ryan, what are you hearing up there?
Pat and Heidi, as you can imagine, a much different mood on the Republican side of things. I spoke with Steve Selvey with the Pima County Republican Party, and he calls this trial and verdict, quote, a political hit job, close quote, part of an effort by the Biden administration to damage a political opponent. But he's not worried about how this will affect voters and the election this fall. In fact, the opposite.
The positive, if you're on, if you're conservative, I think this lit a fire under our group. In the last hour, I have heard from so many people that are just fired up beyond anything I've heard before. They're really fired up, almost ready to walk on coals right now for the cause. What I think this did, I think it just got Trump elected.
The state Republican Party, the Arizona Republican Party, releasing a statement echoing Trump's comments today, saying the trial was, quote, a disgrace, close quote, and tying this ruling back to the Biden administration, who the Arizona GOP calls, quote, a desperate regime suppressing political opposition. Close quote. The party goes on to say, quote, this blatant miscarriage of justice sets a dangerous precedent and undermines the very foundations of our constitutional republic, close quote. Now, I asked Steve if he believes Trump was guilty of any of these crimes. He told me he believes these were low-level crimes from years ago and Trump did not deserve to be charged or convicted. Reported live in Marana tonight, Ryan Fish, KGUN 9.
Ryan, thank you so much for that perspective. Well, here's a breakdown of what former President Donald Trump faces now. The New York judge has set his sentencing for July 11th.
Now, the Republican National Convention scheduled for 4 days later in Milwaukee. Trump is the presumptive nominee, of course.
That's what it is, y'all. Donald J. Trump has been convicted on all counts. All 34 counts. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. This is the first time in history a former president has been convicted of anything. So prison time is definitely on the table, which I don't think he'll ever do prison time. I don't think we're going to send a president, but I never thought we'd convict the president either. So we will see. They're coming up with a verdict. The sentencing here soon. It might be home. What you call that? Home jail home. Because I don't think they're gonna put Secret Service in prison with someone 24 hours a day. That just is not gonna happen. So he might be home jail. We can only go certain places. We can't go anywhere at all. But yeah, that's what it is, y'all. That's crazy. Donald J. Trump has been convicted on all charges. Well, that's what we're going to end with today. I thank y'all for watching. My name is Johnny. Thank TikTok. TikTok is going crazy. And hopefully y'all tap in on other sites too. We out.